I saw a film called Coherence. It was this kind of interesting indie drama. Had a little sci-fi element to it, but basically the premise is a group of friends get together for a dinner party, and they establish early on in the film some kind of there's some tension between some of the people in this group, and these tensions kind of slowly come out over the course of the dinner, but it's all set in the backdrop of this comet passing through their suburb. And when the comet passes through, strange things start happening. Like their cell phones get cracked somehow, and then they lose power. And in the middle of this power outage, they see there's one house that has these lights coming out of it. And there's a character who, his brother is some kind of scientist and sent him an email a couple days before saying, don't leave your house when this comet passes. Something is awful will happen. And so, of course, he has to go, and he wants to go check email and talk to his brother because he was afraid of, that his brother might do something crazy. So they go to the house with this light, and they peer in the window, and it kind of cuts back to the people who stayed back at the other house, and they just kind of, are continuing whatever conversation they had. And then suddenly these characters come back, and one of them is kind of bloodied, and they're disoriented, and they're concerned, and they keep asking this character, what happened? What did you see there? What went wrong? And he said, I looked in the window and I saw us. And it kind of sets in motion this weird kind of wormhole where these characters, they leave the house, and the kind of realities multiply as the film goes on, and you're never really sure like who's the real character A, and as the film goes on, you find out that they've infinitely expanded this contained universe that they exist in, and there are 40 different versions of them running around, and they develop these theories of like, well, how can we know who is like really us, and who's a copy of us, or who's and they devise these ways, and they kind of the narrative loops back onto itself, and it finally comes to a head when they decide that the only course of action is to kill off all of these other versions of them.
Oh wow!
So it's a pretty loopy film, but it was really engaging. It started off it was a little too talky, but then when it got into the really insane sci-fi stuff, it really pulled you in.
It almost sounds like a cross between The Thing and Primer. Right? Like it's the sort of the hardcore scientific aspect of Primer plus the who am I and what am I doing here, and how can we tell if anyone's real? Sort of
a little bit of maybe this is the end too.
Really?
That's kind of what.
Like the world's over. Yeah.
So that was the first film that I saw. I didn't see anything else that night. I just wanted to kind of take in the rest of the festival.
That's A Place for Film is recorded at WFIU Studios in Bloomington, Indiana.